Thank you for clicking on an episode of Side Flick, my movie friends. Let's talk about some movie news. So the things we'll be discussing here today, guys, is we finally got our first full trailer for the live-action Lilo and Stitch movie. We got our first look at Tom Holland on the set of Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. And speaking of Tom Holland, his movie, Spider-Man 4, just added their new female lead. Who do we think she's playing? Oh, we'll be diving into that along so much more, so hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Come on now. Why won't you commit to me if you haven't? But okay, kicking things off, we finally got ourselves a full-length trailer for the live-action Lilo and Stitch movie. If you've been following the channel for the past couple of months, you've heard me complain that although I adore and I appreciate the cute little teasers they've been doing that pay homage to the old Lilo and Stitch marketing of parodying some of their Disney classics, I still just want to see what the actual movie looks like. And here we have it. And I think Disney nailed it. It looks like a very sweet and wholesome adaptation of the original cartoon classic. I know lately we've gotten so cynical and sick of these live action remakes, but as soon as they announced Lilo and Stitch, I knew not only was this gonna be a big hit, but they had the potential to do something fun, and everything I'm getting for this footage lets me know I'm probably gonna enjoy this. Mostly it was me wanting to see the opening of that original movie done in live action, and the CGI actually looks pretty nice, and the recreation of some of the iconic moments also looks pretty well done. The girl who plays Lilo in the movie I think is also very adorable.
Hana means family. Family means nobody gets left behind
or forgotten.
The small hints of the sad and heartfelt moments, like I think this will end up being one of the better live action remakes. And it doesn't look like an exact remake, they're changing some stuff up, like Pleakley and Jumba. In the original cartoon, they would just dress in wigs and makeup trying to hide themselves. Here, it looks like we will be seeing their voice actors in live action through technology, and through a push of a button they'll come out. That's a good way, I guess, to save on the CG budget. I think Pleakley's even looking fine. Really need to see what Jumba looks like though. They're keeping the gag of the guy who drops the ice cream all throughout the movie. I don't know, I feel like this is a hard one to mess up, and so far with what I've seen, I'm genuinely excited for this. I also think this is going to be another huge wake-up call for Disney, because just like what happened with Moana 2 and that making $1 billion when it was originally a Disney Plus show, this movie that was also supposed to go straight to Disney Plus, I think has a real chance of being another $1 billion hit. Do not underestimate the people that grew up with Lilo and Stitch. They've been dying for something like this, and I know movie's gonna make buckets of money. But throwing it off to you guys, if you're someone who's a fan of Lilo and Stitch, did you like the trailer? And someone maybe who didn't grow up with it or doesn't care, how did you feel about the trailer? Moving on here, we got an update of another Stephen King movie coming straight to Netflix, Cujo. It got revealed from a producer who works on a lot of the live-action Stephen King movies like It, that is the next movie that they are interested in developing in partnership with Netflix. And yeah, I think most of us know the Cujo story. It's a regular dog that ends up getting a form of rabies, goes crazy, and kills some people. No problem with that. But I don't know. I think if you've been a horror fan long enough, you know the sacred rules, right? It's you don't take out children, and you definitely don't take out pets. And when I watch a horror movie, that'll be the thing that I'm like, are they gonna do it? They're gonna slice that dog? Oh, they didn't do it. They copped out. Good. I don't want to see no dog sliced. And I think it has been forever, or a really long time, since a dog has been the big bad guy or a threat. Is the Stephen King story of Cujo even something people want to watch at home? A dog just viciously attacking people? And maybe not even the source material itself, but just knowing in modern times what that would look like with a clearly CGI dog jumping and going crazy. I don't know. This feels like a straight to Netflix adaptation, right? I can't see Cujo being a big screen movie nowadays. But it's happening, and we'll see if it's done well. I wonder if they're gonna change the dog breed, and somebody will complain about that. Oh, race swapping a dog? Hollywood has gone too far. Make it a Chihuahua. Make it this dog, in fact. Give them your best Cujo. Come on. Let me know what you guys think about Cujo getting a Netflix adaptation. You excited? He's excited. Next up, we have the producers of John Wick talking about John Wick 5. In an interview with comicbookmovie.com, they had this to say about the future of the franchise. The world continues to grow and expand in incredible ways. Up next, of course, we have Ballerina, which is our first spin-off movie, and we can't wait for that to release to the world. Of course, we've announced we're working on a 5th John Wick film. I think there's more spin-offs to come, a TV series, and a video game. And that's interesting to hear, because even just just about a week ago, people asked Keanu Reeves about John Wick 5, and he just straight up said, dude's dead. The dude is gone, which is what the ending of John Wick 4 implied. Although many of us believe that he's probably not dead, he's probably out there somewhere sipping a margarita, but they seem to be wanting to do this 5th movie. I'm down for it if it can be as good as 4 is, or they've got a good story. If anything, it's just more the expanding of the world I'm not all that excited for. Like, I hope Ballerina is good, but I'm not really looking forward to that. They have more spin-offs in the works with other characters from the 4th movie, other TV shows. Now, a video game, a John Wick video game could be pretty cool, but it's something I'm really just tossing off to you guys. The producers are saying they are working on a 5th movie. They're trying to get it done. Keanu Reeves is saying he's dead. Is John Wick 5 something you want to see? And which spin-off or thing they're working to expand the universe are you actually looking forward to? Brigham is here to talk about some set photos for Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. Now, I am getting so excited for this movie, and just actually seeing some of the set photos that have come out from this movie, some officially released by Christopher Nolan, like this look of Matt Damon playing Odysseus, really have me giddy to see Christopher Nolan bring a fantasy Greek mythology world come to life. And now here we have our first set photos of Christopher Nolan right behind Tom Holland and the character he'll be playing in the movie, riding on actual ships. Dude, that is one of the things I just love about Christopher Nolan. He is gonna throw in as much practical stuff as he can, and some of the sets and things that they've already built for this movie, wow, is this film gonna look great. And just come on, looking at Tom Holland, he looks so awesome in this role. I know there's going to be fans just photoshopping him as Link and saying this is the live-action Zelda movie. I'm still kind of bummed that he isn't exactly the main character of the movie, since it's the Odyssey and Matt Damon will play Odysseus, but hopefully he has a fair amount of screen time. It's said that he's playing Odysseus' son, Telemachus, so it looks like we'll be going back and forth a lot throughout the movie. But either way, I think this is going to be an extraordinary big movie that a lot of people are going to be watching come next year. You guys see some of these set photos with Tom Holland and Christopher Nolan on the set of The Odyssey. Are you excited? And well, speaking of Tom Holland, it is time for us to go into the first official casting for Spider-Man 4. We have it here, ladies and gentlemen. It got revealed here today that Stranger Things star Sadie Sink joins Tom Holland in the next Spider-Man movie. Oh, it's feeling real, boys. Spider-Man 4 is finally headed our way, and we have our first fresh blood joining in. Lot to talk about, because the internet is going in a frenzy. So before we even get into all of this, it should be noted, we still have no idea what the story of Spider-Man 4 is. Yes, we've heard crazy rumors left and right, but we have no idea if it's a street-level story, a multiverse story, something in between, or whatever they're coming up with. So with that, it's gonna make the speculation of who Sadie Sink is playing all that more crazy. If we go to the Deadline article, though, they do put us in a path to where most of the rumors and speculation is coming from. In the Deadline article of this announcement, they say here, as for who Sink is playing, the prevailing theory is she'll be introduced as an X-Men character, Jean Grey, but don't count out the idea that she shows up as another beloved redhead Spider-Man character. What is known is that the role will be a significant one, given how the recent film Spider-Man No Way Home concluded with Parker making the decision to complete Doctor Strange's spell that erases his identity from the world. So whoever Sadie Sink is playing, it looks like her role is pretty big in the movie, and she is, for all intents and purposes, the new female lead. Whether this means she's a romantic interest for Peter Parker Spider-Man, or is just a female character that has a lot to do in the movie. Okay, so let's go down this rabbit hole. For one, my least favorite theory that is going around is that she is the new or the real Mary Jane Watson. This has always kind of been a thing with Spider-Man fans in the MCU. They always were halfway with Zendaya's version of MJ. They never fully wanted to call her Mary Jane Watson. Don't understand why they did that, if it was a legal issue or something like that.
So I am appointing Michelle.
Thank you. My friends call me MJ.
Miss Jones Watson?
Jones, I don't go by Watson.
Officially making her the MCU's version of Mary Jane. But because she isn't white and a redhead, people were always complaining and going, boo, get us a real MJ. And now with Sadie Sink, someone fitting that profile almost perfectly, they're like, yep, there she is, our Mary Jane, multiverse it, reboot it in Secret Wars and make her the permanent one. I just don't think that's gonna happen, especially with the real life relationship of Tom Holland and Zendaya. No way Tom and Zendaya are gonna be okay with yeah, let's just replace my boo with somebody else. So her playing the new or real Mary Jane, no, I don't think that's happening. If we are sticking in the love interest angle, some people are theorizing she could be Gwen Stacy, the Gwen Stacy of the MCU. And you know what? Sony loves to do this. They love casting natural redheads and then dyeing their hair and turning them into Gwen Stacy in the movie. Don't know why, but they've done it twice before with Emma Stone and Bryce Dallas Howard. So maybe Sadie Sink is playing our new Gwen Stacy, which, yeah, I kind of want some more classic Spider-Man characters thrown in there, so sure. My only, hesitation with that is, I think there is kind of a big age gap between Sadie Sink and Tom Holland if they are going with that love relationship. I mean, Tom Holland's 28 and Sadie Sink is 22 years old. And if you know anything about Hollywood, actors almost never play their actual age. Take Tom Holland, for instance. He's going to be someone fresh into college, so he'll be playing someone who's 19, 20 years old. With Sadie Sink being 22, she's most likely going to end up playing someone that's 16 or 17 on screen. So even the people theorizing, oh, she'll be Black Cat or something like that, I honestly don't think they'll go with the love angle. So now this brings us into the other popular theories. The one that the articles again are stating is that she could be introduced as Jean Grey, a big X-Men character finally stepping into the MCU. I don't know how to feel about that, because Sadie Sink has been rumored for Jean Grey, and I do think she'd be perfect for that role, and that's honestly around the age I would love them to introduce Jean, Scott Summers, all these big X-Men characters. I love the idea of them starting off as teenagers, growing into the roles, learning their abilities through movies. I actually really dig that idea. I don't want all the main X-Men to start off in their 30s and whatnot, but introducing Jean Grey into a Spider-Man movie, I'm just that's a bit of a head shaker. And if that ends up being the case, is she then the superhero that teams up with Spider-Man like he does in all his other movies? That's an interesting pairing. So I don't know. I don't think it's going to be Jean Grey either. If it is, well, dude, that story for Spider-Man 4 better make sense. If anything, the theories I'm kind of loving right now is the idea that Sadie Sink will play Mayday Parker from the Sam Raimi universe, the daughter of Tobey Maguire and Kristen Dunst's characters. Because right now, that's still the heavy rumor, is that Spider-Man 4 is going to be some sort of multiverse story. We are still going to include different spider people in there, and if you're going to do that, then heck, I would love to see the daughter of that version of Spider-Man. And they don't necessarily have to have a loving relationship, but just a bonding relationship that they're both young Spider-Men trying to make it out in the world. That could be interesting. I mean, even putting a photo of them side by side, Sadie Sink looks like the perfect daughter of Kristen Dunst and Tobey Maguire. That's a story I'd love to see if they're going the multiverse route. We still don't know if they are. But you know, the theories by fans are still going wild. I've seen genuine theories that people think Sadie Sink will play a gender-swapped Harry Osborn named Harriet Osborn, and that she will be Little Goblin Jr. Can you believe this is where we are when we speculate about MCU Spider-Man? What are we doing? Sure, what the heck not? I just want a good movie, man. I just want something nice. I would have loved if it was the street level story. I'm still holding out hope that'll be the case. But everything we have been hearing and rumored so far is it's going to be a big multiverse story. I mean, even looking at Tom Holland's comments that he made last year about the movie where he said, the idea is crazy. It's a little different to anything we've done before, but I think fans are really going to respond to it. You know, street level has kind of been done in Homecoming, but also multiverse has already been done in the last movie. So what is this crazy thing that's never been done before? But hey, at least we're getting some casting announcements for Spider-Man 4. I throw it off to you guys. Are we maybe going too crazy? There's a real possibility she could just end up playing classmate number 4 and have no significance really to the plot. I'd love to know what you guys think on this Spider-Man 4 casting. But anyways, guys, that is all movie news we currently have going on right now. I want to thank you so much for taking time and day to watch me talk some movie news. Don't be forgetting to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. But as always, I'm Chris. Take care.